canes over here. Get some canes over here. We got some canes over here. There go some canes over
Relax
here.
and take notes while I step in, ain't no question. I've been reppin', see my squad ballin', that's a blessing. I'm texting with my homies from that West End Zone crew. Say they taking shots, told me roll through. I told you about that orange and green. We click tight, big bites, we destroy your team. Make the world view our games like a horror scene. Stuff opponents in a can like Goya beans. I mean, representing for the team, love the city though. You can't get connected with us, check your city no. Infamous with that swag, it's original. The copycats could copy that, but we go get some more. No gay, no Seminoles. We let it stay, but in this state we is the general. Coral Gables around the world, we don't have a limit. We read that youth from the streets to the academics. Get some canes over here. It's some canes over here. It's some canes over here. Throwing U's up, how we do our thing over here. It's some canes over here. It's some canes over here. It's some canes over here. Throwing U's up, how we do our thing over here.
All we do, please, is the hurricane. You ain't got that work, you can't serve the canes. I know you been watching, we been hurting things. Where that crown at, homie, we them dirty canes. We gon' get that title, what that purdy ring. Gotta turn over chain for every team. Green and orange on my back, get a foreigner's back. I'm scoring while you roaring like a lion getting sacked. ¿Qué pasó, papi? Tú no puedes conmigo. Argentino de principio, huracán en mi equipo. Got that passion like Sebastian when I'm rapping, that's a fact. Got that 7-6 jersey for the legend, one sap, yeah.
It's some canes over here. It's some canes over here. It's some canes over here. Throwing U's up, how we do our thing over here. It's some canes over here. It's some canes over here. It's some canes over here. Throwing U's up, how we do our thing over here.
We got some canes over here and we bout that. Solo D and them ballin' boys, yo, we got that. No good chillin' in the cut, hard rock pack. And if you hatin' on them canes, better stack. It's the state of the MIA. The U is back, what them haters gotta say. Them hurricanes, we be ballin' all day. Turn over chain, got the people going crazy.
No whoop whoop, it's the sign, so you know who it is. They counting finest ballin' like the U up in here. Gold teeth, grillin', chillin', Solo D, what it is. We got the turn up chain, gang up in here. Cause it's a UM thing, orange and green is the gear. We coming to you HD, so it's crispy clear. Now put them U's in the sky, don't stand and chill. And let them know if they don't know, we got some canes up in here.
Get some canes over here. It's some canes over here. It's some canes over here. Throwing U's up, how we do our thing over here. It's some canes over here. It's some canes over here. It's some canes over here. Throwing U's up, how we do our thing over here.
Canes, we be ballin' all day. Canes, we be ballin' all day. Canes, we be ballin' all day. Them hurricanes, we be ballin' all day.
Who that?
So low, so low, so low, deep. So low, so low, so low, deep.
Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Live. He can talk about anything from high school to the pros. This guy knows the game, so you better not be half-stepping.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is gonna agree with me before they agree with you.
Strap in, because Coach Hayes is about to
Crack your cranium and fertilize your brain. Go ahead and right here, right now.
subscribe now and check out CoachHayesFootball.com.
What's up? What's up? What's up in the building, man? Let's go. Let's get this thing going. It's a little. I'm with my dog, my co-host, V Dose in the building.
Hey,
V12.
We live, man. What's going on?
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy as we get this thing started. Before I do, let me go through and get my little. Let me do some house cleaning real quick, man. Big shout out to Solo D, man, for the music as always, man. Like I said, that's much love, man. Actually, I'm gonna put this in here right here. Kane, Idaho said, "I wish the year would live up to that intro. Would live up, to that intro. What's shaking, coach?" Man, a lot of things shaking, homeboy, and we're gonna find out at 12:30, literally in just less than 2 hours. Also, point down there for me, co-host. Big shout out to Alex Tabio, man, in the building. He's been a big supporter, man, huge Hurricane fan. He's also into mortgages and financing when it comes to home loans, when it comes to investment properties, when it comes to VA loans, FHA loans, anything like that regarding financing. Check him out. Hit him up. His phone number is 305-205-1697, as well as his information and email are in the description. So make sure you holler at him. Trust me, he always picks up the phone. He helped coach out. We created a great friendship, man, and we still do some business to this day. So you'll definitely be satisfied. Also, I'm looking at the numbers, right? So these past pregame shows, man, I start this thing off by the time Solo D getting his first verse, boy, it'd be 58. It'd be climbing almost to 100 in the chat. We got 36 in the chat right now. So here's a question, right? And this, I think, is a testament to one of the problems with the Miami Hurricanes, our fan base. When it ain't right, we out. When things are not going right, we hit the bricks. And believe it or not, the fan base is huge when it comes to the success of a program. Bro, look at Alabama when you talk, not to bring them up, well, whatever, that's what it is, right? That's the benchmark. I remember Nick Saban in a press conference was pissed at the student section for leaving early because they whipping somebody by 40 points. The head coach made a statement, and guess what he did? Them student section started staying. Because even though you up by 40, them boys still need that love. Them boys still need that support. You get what I'm saying? So I said all that to say this, V12. What's your take? Now we up to 41 in the chat. What's your take on right now the fan base? I think we deserve some criticism as well. Maybe not as much, but as well. What is your take on that?
Absolutely, Coach. We know that that's one thing that people outside of South Florida say about South Florida, especially Miami Hurricanes fans. They say we're fair weather fans. When it's going well, it's all good. Turnover chain. We hype the OU of the 80s and the 90s. When we're not doing so well, we're down on the team. We're not in it for the long haul for a lot of us, and it shows in the fans in the seats. There are not a lot of fans who come to the games, whether we're winning by and large or whether we're losing. We don't have that rabid fan base, like you say, of an Ohio State, or even I would say of a team like Minnesota, who has been okay, but they always packing out their stadiums. And so I agree with you, Coach. We definitely deserve some criticism as fans, because as a fan, it's not going to always go our way. Especially the same thing with the Dolphins. When the Dolphins are doing well, everybody's high on the Dolphins. The Dolphins not doing so good, we can't get to sell out a stadium. So my thing is, yes, we have to take the constructive criticism as fans, because guess what? We can't always criticize and not show up when a team is down. It's an old saying: you never kick somebody when they're down. When a team is down, to your point, Coach, we have to rally around the team. Yeah, we're gonna have our opinions. Yeah, we're gonna have our disappointments, but we have to be able to rally around the team and make sure that we lift them up. And believe it or not, I believe if our fan base was stronger, the administration and the school would take us more seriously. To your point, when you spoke about Nick Saban can say that about the fan base, because guess what? They show up, and when something happens, that fan base goes to the booster, goes to the president, goes to the AD, and they affect change.
No, I agree 100%, and that's why I brought it up, right? It's still at 43 in the chat right now. And again, I'm not the end-all, be-all when it comes to shows, like everybody got to come here, but I was just saying how I'm looking at how the numbers go up and down. Yeah, it also is a little early. Our pregame shows don't do as well as our postgame shows, and we're going to find out. Also, I saw, and I'm not putting this out here, I don't know if he did this, but I saw a headline on Coach Coop. He said, I'm not watching the game. Now, I didn't click the video. Just want to be clear about that. Sometimes I know he put things up there and he'll say, oh, I'm not watching the game for the first quarter. He may say something like that. I get it. But I'm going to go watch the game. I'm going to watch the game from start to finish, because I'm invested in this, man. I'm born and raised in the county of Dade. You understand what I'm saying? I'm invested in this. Like I have a real interest. You know what I mean? And we put a lot of time, effort, and energy into this thing, not just from the show standpoint, but dog, from being jits, dog, in diapers. You know what I'm saying? So we got to write, and we have to stick with our guys, man. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? I understand what fandom is. People sway left, sway right, and all that stuff. And people want to come and watch the games when people are winning. And unfortunately, this is also part of the problem, what I was saying, because Miami is a city that is built up of people from everywhere, right? Nobody really has an allegiance to the University of Miami, but Miamians, you know what I mean? People from the Caribbeans. Is that a word, dog? Caribbeans?
Yeah, Caribbeans, yeah.
No, not Caribbeans.
I'm not messing with you, but but we can, yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
I'm trying to help you out, Coach. Yeah, Caribbeans. We're from the Carib and Caribbeans. Yeah, so
I like it. I like it.
I'm trying to come on. I got you, Coach. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, look at that right here. Hey, shout out to Young Flame. He said pickle eggs and fruit cups. Laugh out loud. Hey, and frozen hold up, and frozen cups.
Hey, and hot sausages and pig feet. Pickled pig feet. Hey, Coach. Hey, listen, one thing. What we know now. Remember back in the days, ice cream truck sold them doggone sausages, man, and we thought they were the best thing smoking, knowing they're giving us diabetes, giving us high blood pressure, but we ate them things like it was annihilators, man.
Hey, well, I'm trying to tell you, listen, Miami food, it has taken more left feet than anything else. But when it comes to diabetes, look at those boys jumping in. Frozen cup, mango salad. That's what I'm saying, man. Like that's the crib, right? And so I said all that to say this, man. We got to stick with these guys in and out. Even if you don't support the coaches and the coaching staff at this point, you still got to support the players, because these gonna be the same players that's on the team next year. I don't care who the new coach is, right? And so them guys feel that energy. Like, we should be enough packing out the stadium. You know what I mean? I know some people always talk about, you got to be a fan. If you come to the games, you got to go. And I understand if you can go. If you can't, I understand that. But at least let's give them the ratings. I don't know if we playing on ESPN 17 today or not. I'm not sure. But look at it. That sweet tea right there, boy. About to get your right foot, boy.
There you go.
Right. So anyway, I ain't mad at you. You should see what's in this right here, boy. That cane juice.
Early. Very early.
Hey, boy. I figure if I'm dizzy looking at it, everything will be straight. Huh? I figure if I'm dizzy looking at the screen, everything will be straight. But let's do this, man. We 55 in the chat. Let's talk about Central Connecticut State Blue Devils for a second. Let me run down some things on these guys. Right now, we're a 44.5 favorite in this game. The over-under is 55.5. For those that don't know, meaning that the total score would be 55 plus point. That's the threshold.
Total points.
Total points between both teams. Here's the deal. I'm looking at the predicted score, and this is off of, I'm not gonna name them because they don't sponsor you, boy. But this is one of off of these betting sites. The predicted score is 36-8. Here's my problem with that, and it's really not a problem. Well, it's a problem, but it's like, it's sad. We're saying against Central Connecticut State, and if y'all ain't have a chance, I YouTube some of their games and stuff. I'm like, bruh. Like, and they saying we only getting 36 points, dog. They actually taking the under. The over-under is 55.5, and they're predicting 36-8. That is not 55 points. V12, you co-host, I'm hurt right now.
Yeah.
Look at, he's so hurt he got frozen. Hold on, you went out. Your vocals out.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Okay, you back.
My bad. Yeah, somebody called in. I'm on my phone. It's sad, but guess what? From what we've seen, it hurts me to say they could be on point. And one thing about these guys with these numbers, I know it sometimes is analytics based and computer generated, But you do have some old school guys who are watching these games and they're setting these lines. And it's sad that they're saying we're only going to score 30-something points on a team that is not very good. That we shouldn't probably even be playing. And I know we say that oftentimes, they're not nearly in our category. And like I expressed to you earlier this morning, we have to come out and prove everyone wrong. Because if that score holds true, and I said to you, Coach, I didn't even look at the line. I said, Coach, they're going to score on us. And they gave them 8 points. And I'm saying our defense spotting people 10 points. So it's where there's smoke, the cliche, when there's smoke, there's fire. And I don't think they're far off with that score. I hope to prove them wrong, but from what we've seen, I don't think they're far off with that score at all.
Well, here's my problem. I'm looking at Central Connecticut's record right now. They lost to, I don't know, SCSU. I don't know who that is. 28-21. They beat Wagner 21-19. They lost to Southeastern Louisiana 56-10. And you telling me the Canes can't match Southeastern Louisiana, bruh? You gonna tell me that the Canes cannot match Southeastern Louisiana 56-10? They just whooped them last week on the 18th. We come today 7 days later, bro. Oh my God, 12.
But I imagine that score has factored in the fact that De'Aaron King is not playing. And as of right now, and I don't know if you got anything different. As of right now, we don't know who the starter is for today's game. So I'm thinking they're factoring in that. I think if King was playing, it'd probably be slightly higher, but not much higher.
I'm in such disbelief, dog, because I said this in Columbia, bro. I'm watching something I love die, dog. It's death by 1,000 paper cuts right now, bro. It's death by 1,000 paper cut because every week is something getting slashed. And I'm like, bro, this is Central Connecticut State. And they saying 36-8. First of all, they saying 8. So what, they gonna give them a safety, or they gonna give them 2 field goals of safety? They gonna give them a touchdown, a 2-point conversion? Like, and I understand this analytics, so they're not trying to be exact, but I'm just saying, God, bro. Anyway, let's jump into this piece, man, because I know the people want to talk about this. Dog say, you funny, Coach. Yeah, it's funny out here, boy. I told you earlier, I told Kane, Idaho, he said, we're shaking, a whole bunch shaking, bro. It's bad right now. Let me get your take on this, and I guess I'll open up the phone line to hear from the people. We got 65 in the chat. Coach, put down there. If you see, I put my name right here. Coach, 15 stacks. Last I looked, we were at 14,970 subscribers. Coach is trying to get 15 stacks on this beautiful Saturday, man. Can y'all please do me a favor? Go get your mama phone. Go to YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Some of y'all got a phone in your dog name, and I know it. Hit the button. Hit the button. I want to get 15 stacks.
Hey, That's Coach, so I've been hearing, I know you're the social media YouTube guru. I'm not on it as much, but I've been hearing they got these groups out there that be promoting and subscribe and like. So if you in one of those groups, put my dog, Coach Hayes, in your group. Like that man stuff, like Coach stuff. Let's get him to 15 stacks. He may give you a 3 stacks verse or something. Get Coach numbers up, man. Coach deserve it. Coach is the only person, it's other people, but only person I kind of know personally who own this thing almost 7 days a week. Hey, Coach, are you closed on Sundays like Chick-fil-A, or what's going on? Are you open on Sunday? Are you closed on Sundays? Because I see you, Coach, you in there, you grounded every day, it seems like. So let's get Coach up. By the end of the day, let's get Coach his 15 stacks, man. Look, y'all in these social media groups, these Instagram groups, everybody liking each other's stuff. Put my dog on. That's how we do. Hey, because we cane all day. You know what I mean?
All day. There's some Canes over here, man. I appreciate it, man. Real quick, OG Kane in the building. What's up with you, man? Coach Stacks.
What's up, OG Kane? Yeah, we don't say we in here, cuz. What's up, OG?
Hey, Kane, Idaho, do me a favor. Explain. I'm not understanding. V12 is like Kool-Aid repellent. I don't know what that means. I have no
Yeah.
idea. Dog.
Hey,
V12, you Kool-Aid repellent, dog.
it sound cool. So hopefully it's a compliment. Let me hear what that means. Now I can't co-sign it yet because I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on.
Hey, big shout out to Groove, man. Y'all check them boys out, man, on Storm One. Them boys got a great show, man. What's up with you, man? Had a chance to go on their show, man. They perfect, man. This is what I'm talking about right here. Let's go. Santush, Lord, I apologize. I hate jacking up people's names. I feel like ultimate disrespect, but I'm trying here. Santush Gunawardine. If I jacked it up, I apologize. Kohayes has interim HC. Now, I don't need no interim, dog. I need that permanent tag, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Last year I ain't had time, but today I got time. We're going to make these Canes right. But anyway, let's get into this thing, man. I'm trying to look to see if Idaho Kane or Kane Idaho. Big Groove say he killed that man name. I killed it, dog. I'm sorry, man. But anyhow, let's get into the show, man. Baylor Trujillo is supposed to be meeting up with us. You know, he doing his quarterback training and stuff, so he'll catch up with us here in a second when he jump on. But as we talking, we talked a little bit before the show. Let me ask you a question. Let's go to the quarterback since that is the big thing since De'Aaron King is not playing. What is your anticipation for who gets to start today?
To me, it doesn't matter who gets to start, but let me answer the question. I think it'll go in line. I think it'll be Van Dyke starting, but I think both quarterbacks need to play today. This is a type of game where we have to have both quarterbacks in the game. If they want to do it 2 quarters here, 2 quarters there, it needs to be sort of a scrimmage mode with game preparation and game intensity. Because here's the thing. A lot of Canes, we like to glimpse into the future. Well, guys and ladies, today is our glimpse into the future. We got Van Dyke and we got Jake, State Farm, Garcia, and they both need to play. And so, I mean, I know everyone likes Van Dyke, and which is fine. I'm a more Garcia guy, but let's see what he can do in game time situation, and that'll tell us a lot about who we have, because we know depth is one thing that traditionally always had, but Bama has it now, and Ohio State and Clemson and those more primetime schools. So let's see who we have, because guess what? De'Aaron King, even though they're saying he's out today, he could be out for a couple weeks, and we need someone going into ACC play. We need to figure out what we have in game time situation.
No, I like it, and we talked about this earlier. So my thing is, I do think TVD gets to start. What I would like to see, I'm gonna be very honest, and we're not taking. I don't want to say we want to take these guys lightly, but come on, guys. I've been in these kind of games, and you know these guys. Teams don't have it, right? But they also in the dire strait, like you said, a glimpse into the future. The Canes was hitting hard, boy. Here's my deal. I would like to see TVD get the first quarter. I would like to see Jake get the second quarter. Evaluate them at halftime.
Here's something I found on the web.
Hold on.
Asian1.com.
You muted, Coach. You muted.
Yeah, I had to mute it because I was talking to my homegirl down there. She be trying to listen. She started reporting the news. I can't say her name because she'll start all over again. But she started with a name, start with an A. But anyway, I would like to see TVD start first quarter, Jake second quarter, and then evaluate that at halftime, and then let whoever wins that battle come out in the second half. Because, like you said, I don't think De'Aaron King is going to play Virginia, and that's who you got now. Whoever that person is going to need that second half reps to get into the rhythm. They can't play with them a series here, a series there. There's no time for that. You got to make a decision at this point. You understand what I'm saying?
Great point. And then, Coach, too. I mean, we probably get to it. The second thing, I like to see how Rhett Lashlee calls the play when he knows that he doesn't really have a quarterback by and large in TVD, and Jake can move a little bit. That's not per se a RPO style quarterback. So let's see. Some people are calling for the Canes to kind of go back into the pro style set. When you have a Van Dyke, he seems more like an upright pro style quarterback. And so let's see what the play calling looks like when you have another person on the center other than De'Aaron King, and see if we can get the offense moving a little bit more efficiently and more smoothly. Because I'm not sure if you noticed, Coach, but the offense, just like the team, has regressed. I don't know what's going on, but we have to be able to get back in the swing of things in order for us to score points if we want to be competitive in ACC play.
No, I agree. We got to be able to form a rhythm. I have to tell you this game is coming like no other. We need this game right here. We got to regroup. We got to refine this thing, retune this deal. And I'm gonna get into Manny Diaz. That's when I open up the phone. Like I know y'all want to do that. Everybody want to get on that part. We're gonna do that. But I did want to, like I say, I want to support these guys, give them the time they need so far as this game. Here's another thing. We talked about this. Alabama roll tide. I'll take that bet right now. I'll take that bet right now. I'll take it right now. You ain't asked for no point spread. You called it head up. I'll take that bet right now.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful though, Coach. He said he got fire hundreds. I don't know what that means. He probably got monopoly money for you. So make sure you get the appropriate number, because I hate to go to court on Alabama with the Alabama road. Yeah. Oh, okay. There we go. 500. Ooh.
Do me a favor, Alabama Roll Tide. Put a $ in front of that 500, so I know it's money. So I know it's USD, United States dollars.
And not Colombian pesos, because them things.
Nah, we don't need no peso, boy.
They spin. They spin too, though. But
that giant ain't worth the money the paper is printed on. But anyhow, listen. So my thing is, I would like to see that that piece offensively. Do some of the guys. Let me ask you this from the receiver and other guys, because I think running backs, we pretty much down to the bare bones. Of course, we got Thad Franklin and we got Cody Brown as well. And these guys still have 4 games to play without burning a red shirt. That's a rule that's been implemented by the NCAA. This may be a good tune-up game to get those guys acclimated to college football, right? But I say all that to say this: do we see a heavy dose of Cam? Do we see a heavy dose of Cody Brown and maybe Thad Franklin so far in that sense? Do we get opportunity to see some of the young receivers today? Because here's the deal. I have to say this. Some fans are going to be upset, but I'm going to tell you, from a man that's trying to save his job, if you put some of them young boys in there with the young quarterback, the continuity is not there. Right? The chemistry is not there. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying they can't play, but you can't go out here with Jake Garcia and you got maybe, let's just say, I'm just pulling the name out to have Romello Brinson, and they off key. You understand what I mean? He's supposed to run the corner and he throwing the post. That kind of deal.
Well, Coach, I do see what you're saying, but I think though, I think the opposite of what you're saying. I think Van Dyke and Jake Garcia with some of the younger receivers may actually mesh better, because in practice, those are the receivers they're throwing to. So they may mesh a little better. So the ball, like, we spoke about the ball coming out differently, having some kind of timing with the routes. So I think the total opposite. Now, I'm not saying you sprinkle them in, because we'll see today. This week, of course, both quarterbacks ran with the first team receivers and the first team running back. But you also got to remember, a lot of these other receivers been playing with them throughout the spring, throughout the summer on the second and third team. So you may see a little bit more continuity from that aspect. To answer your question about Cam, yeah, we have to establish the running game. And I think we will see that because our offensive line is superior to their defensive line. And so we get into it, but does that mean, we spoke about we spoke about seeing improvements. Yeah, Cam may rush for 100 yards today, may do $150.
Hope so. He the last Kane on my fantasy except Boris Gallis. I done got rid of everybody else, dog.
Right.
I done got rid of everybody else, dog.
So I'm looking for Cam to have a breakout game. But I'm taking that, with a grain of salt because of who the competition is. But yeah, I think you get a heavy dose of Cam. You bring some of those other freshman running backs in and give them some burn, and let's see what happens because we're gonna need them. Because I don't know, Coach, you may want to elaborate on this. I heard they're saying Knighton is off for some disciplinary action. Now here's my thing, Coach.
Say he was out for the season.
Sorry?
He's out for the season. That's what Manny said. If I heard that correct. Knighton, yeah.
He's out for the season now.
That's what I heard. Maybe I'm wrong. Please put in the chat.
Yeah,
I heard that he said. I heard that he said that Knighton. I'm sorry, Manny Diaz said that Knighton would be out the remainder of the season, and it sounded like it was due to some kind of medical issue. I don't know if it was surgery or whatever.
Okay.
Because again, they so tight-lipped about it, we don't know what's what.
Okay.
But maybe that's somebody said, no, that's Cheney.
That's Cheney. Yeah, that's Cheney.
No, that's Spokane.
I think that's Cheney. Yeah, I think
maybe I heard it wrong. I'll pull it up right.
Yeah,
quick.
no, it's okay. Yeah, well, I mean, we can, yeah. I think Knighton, from what I understand, Knighton was some kind of disciplinary reaction. Now, here's my thing, Coach. We don't know what it is, and we don't know. It doesn't appear to be anything criminal because it'd probably be in the news by now. You made a big point. You said Manny wants to save his job. To me, Coach, you got a player in Knighton. You see your team is drowning. Whatever the disciplinary action is or whatever it is, let's have a conversation. Can we get him back on the field earlier? We don't have anybody else. So, again, that's an adjustment that needs to be made depending on what it is. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not inside of you. I don't know what it is. But we need Knighton back to have that 1-2 combination with Cam. We're going to need him for the ACC play. If not, we're not going to be able to be successful.
Yeah, well, again, Manny was strategic in this deal, right? Because game 4 is this game, and ACC play starts next week. I mean, a lot of coaches do things, you know what I mean? I guarantee he didn't think he was going to be in this situation, meaning Manny Diaz. So he thought, okay, I'm going to teach the young boy a lesson, bring him back when I truly need him. You know what I mean? I understand. And if I'm wrong, I apologize, guys. Maybe I heard it wrong, and somebody put in there Jalen Rivers and not Jalen Knighton. So maybe I misheard. And like I say, I don't have an ego. If I heard it wrong, then guess what? Hold up. Got to give myself one. Slap myself. Oh, that hurt. All right. So I'll fix it myself. So anyway, here we go. Let's get to the defensive. Well, I'm sorry. Let me finish the offensive piece. Offensively now, Rhett Lashley. Let's go to the coaching aspect of it. You bring in 2 new quarterbacks. Do you dial it down? And this is a loaded question. I'm telling you it's loaded. Do you dial down the offense and keep it simple? Or do you keep the same game plan?
Well, it can't be the same game plan because it's a different quarterback. So whatever you have for De'Aaron King, it's going to be difficult to implement majority of those plays with Van Dyke and with Garcia. But that don't mean they can't have their own packages. And that's the good thing about, and we'll see, making adjustments as a coach. We knew early in advance that King's shoulder wasn't right, and so they gave them the opportunity to put in their own packages for these 2 quarterbacks. And so I don't think you dial it. I don't think you dial it back. I think you actually ratchet it up because you have to see what you have in these young receivers and in your young quarterbacks. So to your point, so to your question, I think you have to go fast paced. You have to put your foot on the throttle, and we have to go out there because we've been starting slow anyway. And one thing you notice about Miami, if we start slow, it's almost like, people called it, everyone is to themselves. They're not into the game. And when you don't have coaches, and especially your players, into the game, that's a long, long day. So we need to get on the board early, move the ball, and score some points. Whichever quarterback starts, we need to go ahead and go real fast.
All right. So the reason I said it was a loaded question because I was trying to simply say that ain't nothing to dial back in what we've seen the past 3 weeks. It's so vanilla. Our offense is very vanilla. That's what I was trying to say. I said it loaded. I'll be trying to be funny.
Right.
I'm here all week. But what I was trying to say was it's been so vanilla that it's nothing to dial back. You can only move it up because, bro, the stuff we see, there's no creativity. There's no innovation to it. There's nothing when it comes to what we've seen offensively, right? Nothing. And so I say all that to say Like the people saying it here, open up the playbook. Let's see what it is. Let's let these guys do their thing. And I'm gonna go back to this, and then we're gonna go to defense. Bro, no one can tell me. I look at De'Aaron King playing, and I watched all the games several times. And when I look at De'Aaron King playing, for a young man that's 6 years in college football, I don't care if he was a receiver at some point or whatever, he does not, on the zone reads where he's supposed to pull and give. Either one, he does the most terrible job at understanding when to pull it and when to give it, or he is told in the play call to give or to keep. Because the times he's supposed to give it, he keeps it. The times he's supposed to keep it, he gives it. And today, what I was saying to you pre-show was, because I think this is a lesser opponent, even when the guys may give the ball and let's say Cam takes it for 40 or 50, was that still the right read? These are the things I'm looking at from a coach's perspective. Because we are better than them talent-wise, athletically, physically, we're going to get away with doing things extremely wrong, but fix it because we can erase it through our athleticism and our physicality, right? And that sounds crazy using the word physicality in the Hurricanes this season, because that's something we haven't had. We are leading the NCAA in missed tackles. So I said all that to say this. As a coach, in my eyes, I'm not looking at it as a fan. Oh, yeah, Cam ran for 100. It's how he ran for 100. Did he run? Did he hit the right hole? Are we still blocking it the correct way? Or is it just because Donaldson is so much bigger, he just overpowered a guy? You get what I'm saying? I want to see, is his feet in the right places, his hands in the right places, his butt going into the hole, those type of things. That's what I'm looking at this game to see what's correct. Because Manny Diaz fighting for his job. We're going to get into that piece. That's how I look at it. Let's flip to the defensive piece of this deal. What's your take defensively, V? V Dulce?
Yeah, see, listen. You just said it. You put a stat out there that is unacceptable by any stretch of the imagination. Leading the NCAA in missed tackles. That's where it starts. It starts from the foundation, fundamentals. And I think it was T-Rob said it earlier in the week, which is an understatement. We have to address the tackling issue. And that's one thing I'll be looking at today as well. We spoke about it earlier pre-game, pre-show. How are they tackling? Now, yes, we may be bigger, may be stronger, but is the technique there? And they're giving them 8 points. We need a showing where we can shut this team out. It shouldn't even be any points on the board, but we're going to see. So again, leadership from the secondary, better linebacker play, and let's get off these blocks and let's make these tackles. And more important, let's get 4 and 5 guys to the ball, tackling, gang tackling, and getting getting the players down on the ground.
Yeah. So here's my deal from a defensive standpoint, from a schematic standpoint overall. I know we're going to tackle these guys. Back to how we tackle these guys. Are we tackling them in the correct way? And what do I mean by that from a coach's standpoint? Are we forcing the guy? Do we have a guy on the outside leg, inside leg, a guy as they captain, as Coach Ishmael and Warren Sapp kind of made fun of him for saying it, but it was actually, I thought it was genius the way he put it. You have a contain guy, you have a constrict guy, and you have a cap guy, the 3 C's. And unfortunately, Coach Ishmael put that out there, but that's something we're not seeing. That's why people are breaking the contain. We don't have anybody constricting the hole, and there's no cap due to the tackle. If you normally got 3 guys on the tackle at all points, you should really be making those tackles. Now, there are some times that we've had 2 dudes on the tackle, and my man just pulled right through it. So I understand that. So defensively, what I'm looking for is guys being in the right place at the right time with the integrity, with the defensive integrity, understanding where they're supposed to be. I want to do, man, I'm telling you guys, I want to do a breakdown so bad of that Michigan State game. I just can't, man. I just can't. It's killing me not to do it. We're gonna get our website up. We're gonna go through a lot of those things, man. When we get that up, I can do whatever I want on my own platform. But here, YouTube, I can't put that much time, effort, and energy into it and pay ESPN. I can't do it. Now, if they were gonna do a 50-50 split or something, I don't have no problem with that. But no, I'm not gonna break that film down. At ESPN already a multi-billion-dollar company. They taking my little pennies. So I love y'all to death, but I just couldn't do it. But anyhow, so I said all that to say this. I want to see from a defensive standpoint, schematically speaking, we are in place where we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to be there. And there's something else I want to see. And there's something I don't see a lot with the Hurricane. I don't see the communication, right? People think you have to hear communication. In football, you can see communication because football players talk with their hands. Watch the game today. And like I said last week, y'all watch Kenneth Walker on the Kenneth Walker cutback. He did that to us all night. Do me a favor, guys. Write this down in your notebook or whatever. Put it next to your favorite adult drink. Watch the defensive players today. They're not pointing. This is how players communicate on the football field. Pointing, right? Making hand gestures, movements. We don't see that consistently enough. That lets you know that people are talking, right? On the football field, me and you are talking, and we're not really moving hands. But on this video, I mean, we're talking. But on the football field, hey, V, watch him, whatever the case. Everybody's talking with their hands because you have to. That's just part of the game. All right. So I just wanted to put that out there in that sense. Here's the next question now. So I asked this defensively. Do we see some of the young guys defensively? Do we see the James Williams? Do we see more Cam Kitchens? Do we see some of the younger cats? Do we finally get a showing of Leonard Taylor? All right, coming out there, the highest ranked player we've had. This class just came in. He hasn't touched the field yet. So do we get a chance to see those people?
Yeah, I think this is a game where we have to be able to play our talent so we can evaluate the talent because, again, we see how the season is going, and we don't know who's going to be around towards the end of the season. So we definitely need to play those young guys, especially if the game gets out of hand. Let them go and let them – because we all know about practice versus game. Practice is a whole lot different than versus game action. And Miami's seeing that now. In practice, I'm sure Rhett Lashley thought all his plays worked. We looked like a number one team. But when you get into a game time situation, it's totally different. So, yes, I would like to see those young defensive guys get some burn as well. And it don't necessarily have to be at the end of the game, but also in some pressure situations because guess what? This is pressure football. This is big-time football, and they need the reps. It's all about reps, Coach.
I totally agree, man. So somebody brought up a great name, and I got to slap myself for not even bringing this up, man. My man, Chase Smith. I want to see that young dog get busy. Let him off the leash, Coach Manny. I know you're watching this while you're sitting up in the locker room getting ready for this game. Let my man, Chase Smith, off the leash. I want to see that boy get busy today. You know what I mean? I still think he's the top talent. That's my personal opinion because of the way his highlight tape popped off. I still think he's the top talent in the class, believe it or not, man. Just from a lot of things I saw him do from the intangibles, man. So anyway, man, big shout out right here to Actor Man E in the building. He said, yo, brother, hey, man, you more than welcome to jump on. I know you be out there kissing on my girlfriend, Holly Berry, when you be doing your scenes and stuff, dog. And I got to tell you, y'all check my man out. He got some stuff coming out. He had his acting debut. Directing debut. So he directed his own short film and all of that. When it comes out, I know he's in the editing process now. Hopefully I ain't spilling too much. But when it comes out, I'll definitely put the link out there to it for you guys, man. We gotta support each other, man, when it comes to
check him out. Y'all check him out on Lonely Fans. Lonely Fans. He got a directing debut on Lonely Fans. What's up, E? Now I mess with y'all, man. That's the homie. Lonely Fans. That's a joke, y'all. That's my dog, though. He do legit stuff. He do legit stuff, y'all. Check him out. He's a great actor.
Shots fired. Right there. This for you, Vaughn.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
You know he gonna come back at you. Look at it. He ready. He coming back at you, dog.
Lonely anyway, now. It's lonely.
So anyway, that's what we are, man. With this deal, man. Like I say, Chase Smith, Malik Curtis. I thought Malik Curtis was gone for a minute. Maybe, like I said, man, I'll be all over the place. I got a lot of things coming back. But anyhow, I do want to see those guys play. I want to see James Smith get some significant time. I want to see what he has, right? Here's another twist in the game. This week has just come out that Mark Pope has asked to be moved to defensive back. He went and asked the defensive back coach, I think it was DVD, and to if he could play defensive back. You know what I mean? So that's going to be interesting to see if he can. And T-Rob, I'm sorry, asked T-Rob and DVD if he could play DB, and that's going to be interesting to find out if they're going to give him the opportunity today. I guess you can't go wrong with that. He is athletic. I didn't know him to play defensive back in high school. Maybe he did a couple times here and there. I'm not really sure. But he said, nah, he did, coach. Okay, I knew it was something that maybe at the beginning of the season Malik Curtis had stepped away for a little bit. But anyhow, we want to see about that, man. What do you think about that? The converting of the wide receiver and Mark Pope being his 5-star wide receiver, played against Dr. Phillips in the state championship when the South Ridge broke their back to win the state championship, comes to Miami, plays, 3-4 years at wide receiver. Now he's on the bench, and now he's asking to be changed. What do you think about that process?
Yeah, well, we know that's not easy. But at the end of the day, when you come from the lineage that he's come from, and he's a 5-star player, and he's on the bench, he wants to play. I do agree with you, Coach. He has great size, about 6'1". He's very fast, and he can probably match up with a lot of these receivers. Playing receiver, he may have a lot of knowledge on the field as well. So we'll see if he can help us there. Let's see what he can do. It's a tough call. I don't necessarily think we need any more corners, but if he wants to make that shift and they see that he can help our team, put him there because he has the size, he has the speed, and I think he can do well playing corner, but it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, right here, Justin says he played DB as freshman in high school. I guess that's probably about 8 years ago. So it'll be interesting to find out, man. I appreciate you passing on the info. T. Gray said he did a little in that state game. And maybe didn't he break their back? Right, I'm not saying he may have done little, but that catch got him to win. I can tell you that right there. All right, let me see this. Oh, right here, big shout out, man, to Utah, man. Those guys, they got their own show. Actually, I'll be on there with Streeter from Footballville, man. We're gonna jump on there Monday. Y'all check us out this Monday at 8:00, man. You guys check us out on Utah, man. These guys do a great job. They do a great job, man. My man D and old Larry Frank. They talk it down, they break it down, man. So, and these guys are in our fantasy football league as well. And I'm whipping them cats. A63 Kane, I know I saw you in here, dog. The battle started at 12, bro. Me and A63 Kane going up against each other today. And I'm gonna give y'all a little no fat V12. I'm dead last in fantasy. It's 12 teams, dog. Guess what number I am?
12.
13, dog.
Yeah. Hey, people in the chat watching, y'all sure y'all want Coach Hayes to coach the U, and he can't even coach a fantasy football team? You better be careful what y'all ask for. Y'all sure y'all want Coach to coach the U? He just told y'all. Hey, listen. Hey, they got a saying. If somebody tell you what they are, you better believe him. Coach just told you he dead last in the team that he picked. And y'all want him to coach the U? Man, get out of here, man.
Man, with friends like this, who need enemy? Hold on, check this out. This for you, dog. This for you, dog.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
All right, here we go, man. This is a dog, man.
It's all good.
We have fun. But anyway, yeah, we good. So anyway, Street will be on there and everything else, man. So big shout out to those guys, man. Look, he said don't do it. Nah, trust me, dog. I'm bad at fantasy. It's my first time doing it. I suck at it. But anyway, I think I just traded my whole team off. So let's get into this part, man. I don't know where Balin is right now. Chalky Kane, but y'all tough on your boy, man. I'm gonna open up the phone line, man. I want to talk to the people, man. I want to hear the people's voice. Because let's get into this doggone Manny Diaz thing. What does he need to do in order to save his job? Definitely get Mallory off the field. Hey, I traded Mallory last week. Trust me. So I'm gonna open up the phone line right quick. Let's see. We can get some of the people. I want to hear from the people, man, because Manny has to save his job if he can, if it's not already gone. He needs to be able to save it if he can. Like I said, if he can, if it's not already gone. So number scrolling here at the bottom, 321-328-8235. As well as while that's doing that, man, you guys go ahead and hit us up on the Cash App $ Coach Hayes Football. You'll see my logo that's right over V12's head right now. That's the logo for that.
Hey, Coach, anyway, let me know if you want to do before you get a call. you want to do the prediction, because I may have to roll here in about 10 minutes. I just want to make sure
Okay.
you get the predictions in, but I can hang out for about the next 10 minutes. So maybe
All right.
when but before you get the call, I'm gonna try to hang out as long as I can, but we probably got like about 10 minutes.
Hey, and
For
this
me.
supposed to be my this supposed to be my co-host, y'all.
Yeah. Your
I'm the
co-host,
mess
hey,
with y'all.
co-host, you know how it is. Co-host got daddy
Hey.
duties too, man. It's Saturday. I take the time
Hey.
out for my homeboy. Hey, that should be 30 subscribers right there. V12 on hey, for all my parents, y'all know how Saturdays are now. Football, basketball, swim, karate, tennis. Where my parents at? Hey, big me up in the chat, man. Where my parents at? So, hey, I'm running double duty. I'm running options around here, coach. You need me. I'm running options. So I'm just letting you know. I'm here for you, coach.
Man, here go the crazy thing. I'm still at 14,970. Ain't had one person subscribe yet. We got 148 in the chat.
Come on, the chat.
Anyway, the phone line is open. Yeah, the phone line is open. Y'all more than welcome to call, man. So let's get this thing going. Y'all hit the subscribe button. Let's get your boy to 15 stat. Look at there go the phone right there. That's what I want. We got a 407 area code. Talk to me. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
What it is, Coachy. This T Gray, man. What's going on with you? Y'all
Hello?
can you hear me, Coach?
Yeah, I got you. Talk to us, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Y'all ain't paying attention to the game, man. Y'all gotta pay attention to the damn defense, man. They can't contain the football, man.
Yeah, I agree with you. I've said that before. We do a bad job with containing the ball. I think our inside linebackers overplay the cutback on the inside zones, and there's no backside help. So I totally agree with you on that. Matter of fact, I missed your name, man. What's your name?
T Gray.
You T. What's up, T Gray? Appreciate you. All right, talk to us.
Yeah. So this is what I got to say, man. If y'all look at the scheme, man, I want y'all to look at the contain, and I want y'all to look at the D tackles. I played this game, so I know what I'm looking at when I'm watching the film, man. I'm looking at the D tackles slanting away from the run, and they doing this on a consistent basis. So that tells me that scheme. That's Manny calling that. I don't think people realize what they seeing when they watching this team, man. All right, there's another stat that I want y'all to pay attention to, right? 9 consecutive years before Manny Diaz became the defensive coordinator and got to UM in 2016, a linebacker was the leading tackler. For the last 4 out of 5 years, and even this year, currently, we have defensive backs that's leading our team in tackles. Hey, y'all know the old saying, success leaves clues, right? What is the stats trying to tell us?
That they get into our third level.
That's all I'm trying to tell you. So since he became the defensive coordinator, it must be something wrong systematically with his scheme, because they consistently get into our third level. We consistently have a safety of defensive backs that's leading our team in tackling. Not only that, it says that it's saying that since what's the boy name? Shaq and the other one, 56. I can't remember his name, but since them boys left, you ain't had a linebacker that's been top 3 in tackling on the team since they left the team. That's saying a whole lot about Manny's scheme, man. And then he want to blame it on Blake Baker. Let me put this out there now. If I'm the head coach of a football team and I used to be the defensive coordinator, and I hire my dog and he over there struggling, you think I'm finna sit on the sideline and not help with the play calling, man? Y'all got to be fools if y'all believe that, man. All that was for show for the fans. Yeah. If I'm being quite honest with you, man, I think Manny Diaz is in over his head. I believe his defense schematically has some flaws in it, because this guy literally is playing zone run scheme teams and got his defensive tackles slanting. That is not how you play zone schemes, man. You got to play your man head up, reset the line of scrimmage, and play off blocks. That's how you play zone, man. It's simple football. It don't require all this. You scheming your way out of the game. And guess who ate that shit up? Alabama. Excuse my French, but
you fine. But here's my thing. I actually did a show last year. Is Manny Diaz is the U too much for Manny Diaz? I think I did a show about that. Y'all can check it out. I did a show about that. Is the U too much for Manny Diaz? I said that. Sometimes some jobs can be too big for some people's vision, right? And that's just what it is. Remember, he didn't have the opportunity of being a group of 5 head coach before he came into this deal. He was one of the lucky ones. He got a big time job on his first go round, and it very seldom does that work out for a lot of guys. Very seldom does a group of 5 head coaching job work out for guys. They have to go through the ropes. I remember Lou Holtz talking about that. He was talking about he made all his mistakes at the lower levels, so when he finally got the Notre Dame job, he went through all of the growing pains. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what it is. But dog, I appreciate you, T. Gray. Thank you, man. I got to get V12 so I get his prediction. He got to run. He got daddy duties. My little girl out there, she getting it right now. And if he ain't there to get her, dog, he gonna get split.
Oh yeah, we
don't
now.
play.
We always an air shot for them little ones. Now we don't play by them little ones. No sir, like they say, no sir. You know what I mean?
Sir.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, T. Gray. Thank you, man. So,
T. Gray, great points. T. Gray, great points on the defense. And I love that stat you pointed out about the linebackers, man. That's a huge stat, man. Good stuff, bro. Take it easy.
Yeah, real quick, T. Gray. Give me a prediction of the game. What you got?
Man, I got Miami 42-7. That's what I got.
Jesus Christ, dog. We can't even get in the 50s, dog.
Coach, I'm telling you, man, we've been playing down to our competition talent level since Manny Diaz became the head coach. If you've been watching this team, man, we've been playing down to our competition talent level. I ain't not once seen this team kill a damn fly with an axe.
That's right.
I ain't not once seen it, man. Every time I'm week in and week out, we've been disappointed, Coach. Week in and week out, we see a different team, Coach. And and to be quite frank with you, this game is about consistency, man. And if you can't consistently put a good product out there on that field and you inconsistent every single week, ain't no telling what we gonna get as fans.
Right.
You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you where that come from. If you pay attention to Manny, he got 2 different energies, man. On one end, my man is saying that, you go somewhere else, you're gonna get your ass kicked by Miami. And then when we in the press conferences, what is he saying? We got the ACC to play for. He ain't got that same energy.
So real quick, T. Gray, appreciate it. V12, give me your prediction right quick. If you're on the head, then I can stay on with you, T. Gray. I'm gonna let my dog ride. Go ahead, T.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on as long as I can. What's up, Victoria? How you doing? Hey, I'm close to T. Gray's. I got Miami 38 to 10. 38 to 10.
Lord have mercy. Help us.
38, yeah. 38 to 10. That's what I'm looking like.
Look here, bro. I'm going 56-3. Damn that, man. I believe in my team.
Okay.
I'm going 56. Coach. I'm going 56-3. Coach. Yeah.
Coach, you ain't looking at the product that they done put out, Coach.
Man, I'm a fan right now. I ain't a coach right now. I'm a fan right now. Don't do me like that, T. Gray.
Hey, I'm just saying, Coach, if you look at the product they've been putting out there, Coach, you overshooting your target, Coach. Hey, I was in Atlanta. I paid $700 for them good seats. I'm just saying now. I was there and saw the product on the field.
Hey, I ain't paid $700. Hey, I paid $160 and saw the same thing you saw from a distance, and it still looked bad. Lord have mercy.
I was up close and personal with it, Coach.
Oh, that guy say 24 to 7.
I want my money back.
Hey, matter of fact, I'm about to send them boys an invoice anyway, dog, for them tickets. I'm about to send the invoice right now, boy. But anyway, man, I appreciate you, Greg. Thank you, man.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy, man.
All day. Appreciate you. Thank you. Always go, man. All right, man. We got a couple people. V, you gonna stay on long as you can. Catfish Gene 11 says 27-21. Come on, y'all. Like, come on. Listen, I'm dead. And the only reason I put 3 is because maybe some bad field position or some foolishness. If they score a touchdown, dog, I'm hot right now. If they score a touchdown on us, bruh, there's 181 in the chat. Y'all do me a favor, man. Hit the button. Coach trying to get to 15 stacks. If you notice, I put my name up here, Coach 15 stack. Trying to get to 15,000 here before the day is out. I need 30 more subscribers before that's over. But anyhow, I know he ain't out. He probably on the other line. Hey, my little girl calling like, hey, daddy, I'm finished. Where you at? Let's get it. But anyhow, phone line is open, guys. Y'all more than welcome to call in. Like I say, it's open right now. Call in. I seen a couple of people calling in 786 numbers. Go ahead and call back in. It's open. But anyhow, come on, Utah. Come on, D. 24-10. 24-10, dog. D, 24-10, dog. If we beat the if we get 24-10, dog, and I can't be hypocritical, I'm still gonna watch my Canes. But bro,
Coach, I don't know what you're seeing. I don't know the offense. Have we even scored 27, 28 points this season? I'm trying to think about it now. No, right? We beat, was it 20? Appalachian State was 27 or 29. We may have scored
25 to 4. 25-23, Appalachian State.
We haven't scored 28 points yet, Coach. So I gave them an extra 10 points with two new quarterbacks starting. So what you looking at, Coach? I agree with what T. Gray said. What are you looking at?
Hey,
you got to be realistic, dog.
All came 305. That boy say 55-6. We got a call on the line right before my man V12 jump out the building. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Yeah, what's going on? This your boy Young Flame. I'm calling from down south Dade County.
All right.
1.
Young Flame, exit 1. That boy Homestead, Campbell Drive, and all that stuff. What's up with you, man?
Oh, chilling, man. I ain't gonna hold you guys up. All I got to say, man, with Manny, this is how I feel. Last year, I had my doubts about Manny, but last year I said, okay, we got some hope. You know, we went and got some good recruits, some good pickups. So I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe we're gonna do the thing. You feel me? Maybe this the year we prove that we're ready. Maybe we lose to Alabama. Okay, I'm cool with that. That's the number 1 team. I'm cool. I'm fine with that. We lose to Alabama. I'm fine with that. But the rest, okay, now I'm looking like I'm scratching my head. Michigan, bad tackling. The game before that, bad tackling. We're bad on run defense. Pass defense, run defense, I'm hating it because I feel like they commit, and then the cutback is dangerous. Just like you said last week, the cutback is dangerous on us. They killed us with that. So I'm like, oh man, what are they doing? Like they came out this year moving slow. Like what happened to that fast? Let's get back to the line. That fast pace, get there. You feel me, Mallory? I need Harley. I need him to catch these balls. I need them to make those big plays. Rambo did excellent. He did excellent to me. He made good catches, contested catches, and I loved every second of it. But Manny's gonna have to tighten up with the play calling. Like it's hurting. It's hurting to watch. I love my team, so I'm gonna sit there and watch it. I'm gonna take it, but yeah, they're gonna have to tighten up with that.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it, dog, man. What's your score prediction, bro?
I'm with you. 56-3. A blowout. I want us to go in there and to prove to everybody, not to even everybody, to ourselves, like get that motivation, that confidence back. Because I feel like we're moving slow, bro. We're moving slow. We like the last game. It was like everybody was moving slow on the field, off the field, leaving the field. No, hustle. Let's go. Let's keep the energy. Because you lose that energy, then it's like, why are we even here? Right. It's crazy, man.
That's real, man. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man, for calling in. As always, go Canes, man.
All day, Cane Nation.
All right, appreciate it. All right, real quick before we get V out of here, man, we got the Woods $5 donation. Who's the best coaching candidate when Manny is fired? I'm gonna give V12 an opportunity to answer that. And then next we got Catfish Gene 11499. Appreciate it. Said we need to get homie out of here. 27-21. I don't have any confidence in Manny. If he sit all the seniors, I see a better score. If not, 27-21. Let me give you a love right quick, man, before we get off V12. Think about that answer right quick, V12.
No, I got it. I'm listening.
All right, who's the candidate? Ready?
Yeah, I like it.
All right, appreciate it. V12, talk to us real quick, man.
Yeah,
who's the candidate? You only pick one.
I want to go with Ed, man. I'm going with Ed.
You going with Ed?
Yeah, I'm going with Ed. Someone who been around the program, someone who could bring the fan base together, someone who could bring other Hall of Famers probably to the table and kind of have like a Deion Sanders effect that he's having at Jackson State on the University of Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, Reed." I like.
Here's my thing. Sometimes, like you say, coaching is about kissing babies and shaking hands. You don't have to be the smartest person on the field. I heard a saying in business: you have to hire your weakness. So if you're a defensive guy, you don't know about offense, you hire the best offensive coordinator out there. If you don't know about offensive line, you hire the best offensive line coach. You know what I mean? So we have to make sure. But it's all about now we're seeing popularity able to bring the talent pool to whatever school they're at. And I think Ed can do it, man.
I got you. We got a caller. Talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from.
Hi, this is Miss Wilcox.
Hey, Ms.
King is gone for the year. He out for the season.
Okay.
I gave y'all back at the beginning that King was going to be out, period. 44, he got the win because that's the rank that he got to win. But I say it'd be 63-13. But Manny got to go. Manny don't have a playbook like I told you. And I also told y'all that Alabama sent word to Miami about the playbook. That's why Manny became 6-7 against when we had OC from Alabama. So Manny don't have a plan. We need a coach, and we got to come up with the money.
Got to come up with the money.
The freshman's going to win because I tell you again, that's who has the spirit to win this game. You put everybody out there today and let them play. Because once they play on this game, they can play on the hard game. You got to use the small man to beat the big man. That's what Alabama did. They beat up on the small teams and they be ready for the next opponent. But they also use a little, the referee to get past that. I always have to get past this 44 that he needs to win by, but he got to go.
Right.
There's no hope. I have a blessed day.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wilcox. You said 63-13?
That's it. We got to do it because
I'm holding it to you. I'm holding you to that. I'm holding you to that. I love it.
Back up in the top 25.
Yeah.
I mean,
I ain't gonna lie. If you beat this, listen, we could beat this team by 200 points. We ain't gonna get in the top 25. I can tell you that. Not off this game.
No. Wait a minute. You got to win, keep winning, and everybody else got to keep losing.
There you go. There you go.
To get there. Bye.
Got you. Love it. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Go Kane. All right. So anyway, we back in the building, man. So anyway, that was Ms. Wilcox, the famous Ms. Wilcox. She been calling in. Matter of fact, that brings me up. What the first lady through the smoke. She ain't been in the chat. I hope everything okay with her, man. Hey, Snellen in the building.
Hey, Snellen, what's up? What's up?
In the building. Talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is Big O from Duncanville, Texas.
Did you hear that, V?
I couldn't hear him. He said from Texas.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, caller. Talk to us.
Coach?
I got you. Go for it.
Yes, sir, Coach. I thought I would never say this because I've been a Canes fan for over 55 years. But right now, we are the bad news bears of college football.
Say it ain't so, bro. Say it ain't so.
Yeah, we are the bad news bears of college football. And it's bigger than the coaching. We need to fire the AD and bring in Alonzo Highsmith. He's the only one that can save this program right now. Other than that, we dead.
I'm hurt, bro. I'm hurt, man. I'm sorry, man. I missed your name, man. What's your name?
Big O.
Big O.
But I'm born and raised in Dade, 305, baby.
Yes, sir.
But hey, let's keep it 100, man. Until we get AD that wants to win a national championship, we're done.
I don't even know how to respond because I've said what I had to say in regards to it, but
It is. I mean, it is what it is, Coach. Let's not sugarcoat it no more, man.
No, I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm just
–
so here's the deal. I'm not sugarcoating it. What it is, I'm in disbelief. The fact I'm not delusional, but I'm just in disbelief that I say this again. I'm gonna make a shirt. I'm watching something I love die. That's what's happening, bro. Like I'm telling you, like I'm watching. I'm like every comment that comes in is another paper cut to the program in my sense. Because people are starting to see the real truth behind it. And I said this before.
Right.
I feel like we becoming SMU. We essentially got the death penalty without getting the death penalty, like calling it the death penalty. And we have not recovered since. And it just happened. It happened at the wrong time, all these different things. And I'm looking at it now like we're not even a Boston College. Right, and somebody just said we like Vanderbilt. We the Vanderbilt of the SEC. Like people don't respect Vanderbilt at all when it comes to football. You understand what I'm saying? In the SEC, and I feel like every day, every game, we're becoming that team that is going to be a Derek Mason who did. I thought he did well with what he had. Right. I thought he did extremely well with what he had. He gave his heart. I remember on that interview he did with that sideline reporter, going off like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But they're in that revolving door that they want to win something, but they just don't do it because they don't. Oh, man, bro.
If the coach ain't right, the team ain't going to be right.
But it's just like Vanderbilt, though, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. Look at the coach. They fired Derek Mason. Look at Vanderbilt now. Vanderbilt getting their teeth kicked in still. Oh, well, it's a new coach, right? It's a new coach. You got to give him time. But that's what I'm saying. If you keep changing coaches every 5 years, and I'm not saying this about Manny Diaz. I believe he needs to go, but I'm just talking about the state of the program, right?
Right.
Vanderbilt got beat by East Tennessee State, 23-3. But then they mess around and beat Colorado State. Then they come back and get their teeth knocked in by Stanford 41-23. Now they're playing Georgia today. Is that what we're looking at? Is that where we're headed as a program? That we're going to be this kind of team?
Yes. We're already headed there.
Man, big shout out to Hurricane T2Y. He says, in order for change to happen, this attention must be brought to the administration. We need to light a fire under Julio Franks. Yeah. And I'm going to address that too, Hurricane T2Y. I'm not sure if you've seen the whole show or not, but I'm going to talk about that because of the fan base. But man, I appreciate you, Big O, for calling in, man. Let me get these phone calls in, but thank you so much for calling, bro.
All right. Thanks for what y'all do, brother. I love your show.
Anytime. Thank you, man. All right. So Hurricane T2Y, V-Dosa, you can always jump in. I know you riding right now, so your connection may be a little shaky. But I was saying this too, so I'm going to go back to T2Y's comment, which I thought was excellent. So you saying in order for this to change, must be brought to the administration. So, for example, I don't know if you saw the beginning of the show, T2, but we were talking about the fan base, right? We got 180 in the chat, which is actually a lot better. But when we first started, we were like 21. We got up to like 40-something. And I was saying as a fan base, we can't be fair weather. We got to stay here and stick here as long as we can to let them know they got support, right? I always tell people this when it comes to business, and my man V12 just said this, talking about business. I thought it was correct. You hire your weakness. But guess what? Who are the customers when it comes to football? The fans, right? The employee. If you work for any business out there in the world, the employee can't tell the boss what's wrong with the company. You work for them, right? But if the customers start complaining, the same exact complaint, changes will be made. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're the ones who hold the power. We're the ones who drive dollars and generate funds. And so I agree with that wholeheartedly, T2Y, man. So great job. Man, y'all check him out as well, man. T2Y do a great job. That boy, that's funny. He can't stand Florida State either. That boy hate Florida State. So I love it, man. But anyway, Bergie, appreciate you. Hold on, let me get this. Catfish Gene 11. So what do you guys think about playing all underclassmen sitting out all the seventh year seniors? I think we will have a better game. Appreciate you for the $4.99 and Bergie for the $10 in the building. Coach, the school will not put big money into football. They would rather spend it on cancer research or Alzheimer's research. I mean, come on, Berg. I love it, but Lord, that's where big money goes. It's always been that way, always. I hate to say this, man. I can appreciate them doing that. You know what I mean? I know that what you're saying. I know you're not. I know you would as well. You know, I know you would appreciate that as well. But here's the deal. I'm gonna explain something. I thought I had a call in. I guess they hung up. Oh, they're coming in. Hold on. Caller, hold on for me 1 second. Let me finish this point, and then I'll get you on. Yeah. Here's what I want to understand about coaching and understanding about dollars. Let's go down this lane right quick. I just want to do the caller. Hopefully, you got a few seconds to hold on for me. I want to say this is a great point by Bergie. We are a small institution. We talk about money. We could say Miami has the money, but let's just do some quick numbers. Manny Diaz has 2 years left on his contract, right? In order to get him out, we're still going to owe him $6 million. All right, follow me down this train. Not only that we owe him $6 million because most contracts go through. If he gets another head coach job, they'll pay the difference to make him whole. I don't think he's another head coach candidate right now, right? So just on the surface of this deal, we owe him $6 million because he has the right to go sit on the beach for 2 years and collect $3 million a year by the university, if that's in his contract. Then we have to pay out all these other first-year coaches if they don't get to stay on the staff. So now you got to buy out Jeff Simpson. You got to buy out DVD. You got to buy out T-Rob. You got to buy out Ishmael, right? I don't know what Packy is in his contract status. So let's just say that's another $1.5 million, roughly. I don't know what those salaries are off top. We have $7.5 million. Then, if we want a new coach, let's say Cristobal making $4.5 million. I don't know how much years left on his contract, maybe 2. We got to buy him out. That's $9 million for Cristobal. So we have $7.5, $9 million. We have $16.5 million already. Plus, he has to hire a new staff. Let's just say another $2 million total in new staff. We already at $18 million. Think about that, guys, real quick. I just want to make that clear when it came to dollars. Carl, I appreciate you holding on. But I want to make you guys understand what I'm talking about dollars when people don't understand that, man. All right? So hopefully that makes sense and what I'm talking about. Caller, talk to us, man. Give us your name, where you calling from.
This is J Love T, man. How you doing, Coach Hayes?
J Love T was. Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you calling in, man. Had an opportunity to see you on another show, man. So thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Facts. I just wanted to touch on 2 points. I understand what you said about the money, but if they got it, make it happen, man. Make it happen, dog. And Cristobal renewed his contract. He's making $5.5. So this is gonna cost way more than that. But if there is time to make change, it has to be this year, bro. It has to be, because I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. Guys, do you trust Manny to go through that schedule next year? Think about it for a second, dog.
No, I'm with you 100%. I'm with you 100%. What I'm trying to say is the guys, and I talk about being realistic, and I hope somebody would have called in on my show. I'm sorry, I got V12. Is he in the building? Yep. I wish somebody emailed me and they were talking about going after all these guys. And I'm saying, dog, J-Love, we got to be realistic, right? We have to be realistic in what we're saying. For example, all right, I'm back in the building. I'm not sure what happened. I think we're good to go. But anyway, what I was saying, I'm not sure when the guys got kicked out of the system. But anyway, we got 202 in the chat. I'm back. Is everybody back? Give me a thumbs up real quick to make sure everybody's back. Thumbs up in the chat. Make sure everybody good. Stream y'all be tripping, man. Let me see. Make sure I got a thumbs up. Let me get a thumbs up in the building and make sure everything looks good. Sounds good. All right, perfect. We got thumbs up. We back rolling. So I Googled this, J Love T. What is the revenue for the University of Miami football program? How much do you think they made last year in football?
say 30, 40, especially with the contract, 30, 40 mil.
Okay. The expenses for the football program themselves added up to $2.47 million. I'm sorry, $24.7 million in expenses. See, people don't realize how expensive football programs are. So that's what I'm trying to say. But here it is. Watch this. The fact is just how overpriced everything becomes at any sporting event. And it turns out that the football program brings in a huge revenue of $30 million. In the end, that leaves them with $5.3 million profit, which isn't bad for one sport. But $5 million is a good profit. But if I got to think about it, they spent $24 million, basically $25 million, and made 30. This is what I'm trying to say. The dollars have to make sense. Oh, we have the money. Universities don't work because money is earmarked from one program for the hospital. You can't go into the hospital budget for the football program, bro.
Oh, let me ask you a question, Hayes.
Like, people don't realize that.
Last year, but last year was a down year. Did you check the other years when we were at least successful? Because that's still a pretty good number. Even with last year, you know what I'm saying? We was a little successful.
Well, I didn't. Hold on. Let me see when this revenue. Hold on, but I gotta see when this article was written. I'm sorry. That's another thing too. Got to context matters.
Yeah.
It doesn't say when the article was written, but it's probably relative. And last year there were probably way more expenses than normal because of COVID protocols and testing and all of those type of things. Like that's more expense with less games. I mean, with less fans, nobody in the building. Now you're renting out a stadium with nobody in it to help rent it out. Like we're renting out the Dolphin Stadium. I still call it Joe Robbie when nobody's in it. Like those are the things I'm saying. There's so many expenses that come into this deal that people don't understand. Like we just talking, they got the money. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can I ask you another? But look at the expenses that we spend. Do you know where we rank in the country of complete coaching staff? Can you get a guess? Because I already know the number off the top of my head.
I don't. Talk to me.
47th in the country. Let me name 4 schools that's ahead of Miami. 4 schools. Iowa State, Kansas, Arizona, Cincinnati, Houston, Rutgers, even Illinois, Missouri, Pittsburgh, Virginia Tech, Minnesota, even Utah. I mean, at the end of the day, they're being cheap. Yes, they're trying. And I think people are being a little too harsh saying that Miami doesn't care about spending money. They have shown effort. It's just they got bamboozled by Manny. Let's keep it real. Because we got to give some type of credit. Britt is the highest paid OC. And don't forget, we're still paying for Enos. Plus, we had to figure out a way to pay Blake Baker. We had to find him another job. And we got T-Rob on the cheap. So it's not like they don't care. They do care. They just got bamboozled at the end of the day. And that's why a lot of people are hard on Manny. Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to keep the defense running and put a little bit extra money on the offense. And we're not getting a return on an investment on the field. But they got to spend more money, Hayes.
I agree. But you can't, bro, you can't spend it if you don't have it. This is what I'm trying to say. I understand that. We don't get public dollars. We are a private school. What I'm saying is we don't have that backing. You know what I mean, J Love? I'm with you. We do need to spend more. But, bro, if your light bill $100 and you got $95, bro, you got to find $5 from somewhere. That's all I'm trying to say. V12, jump in here for a second because I want to bring up a very interesting stat as well. Go ahead if you got something to say.
No, I recognize the point, you know, and we have to understand it as dollars and cents. And historically, we've always known Miami to be a somewhat cheaper organization, albeit because they don't have as much finance and don't get as much money typically than the other bigger non-private schools, the Alabamas and things of that nature. Also, we have to also look at the boosters too and the fan base, because Alabama and all these other schools they get a lot of money from the state, but they also get a lot of money from their alumni. And that's where Miami, I think, falls short. Like Coach say, your light bill is $95, you only got $90. Where Alabama's boosters and alumni would give that extra $5 to get it on par, it doesn't seem as though we have it from to your point, Coach, our fans and our alumni are willing to give that type of money back to the school. And that's the difference in some of these, bigger state schools and even some of the private schools where the alumni give a lot of money back. It just seems like for us, Miami, we don't get that. It's not reciprocated from our fan base and our alumni. And that's my two cents,
Correct.
Coach.
I'm gonna say this to the chat, to the viewers, and to the caller. I'm gonna show you the difference in money. It's the difference in money. Texas. Now we know. I'm not even bringing up Alabama. I'm talking about Texas.
Yeah.
J Love, how much you think Texas made in football last year?
Oh, with your own TV deal, damn, you about to put me in my place. At least 80 to 100 million.
Hold on, I'm sorry, J Love. I love you, and I'm doing this out of love. I had to slap you. You want to know why?
What?
They made 200.
Not even that much?
200 million last year. 200 million. They made 100. Listen, they had $105 million profit. I'm reading it right here. That was enough money to cover the basketball program. This is what I'm trying to tell people when we talk about dollars. Listen, early portion of the pandemic brought down revenue totals in basketball, baseball, but Texas football covered that with $105 million profit for 2019. This is what I'm trying to tell people. That people don't understand how much major money is out there. And back to you, V12, like we were saying, for the people that's giving, the fans of the University of Miami, that's why I went back on the previous show about community relations. The true fans of Miami Hurricanes are not alumni. We are city boys and city girls. We from here. We didn't go. We can't afford $70,000 a year to go to the U. UM has 11,000 undergraduate students. 65% of them are not even from the state of Florida. 63% are from out of state. 12.5% are from out of the country. So you think that students from abroad who come into the University of Miami came because of the football program or because they want to become a medical doctor? The medical doctor doesn't necessarily care about Sebastian the Ibis and football on Saturday more than he cares. Let's be real. The same way I was in disbelief about hearing the 1,000 paper cuts. People are not real about dollars and cents. That was Texas that made $105 million profit. So that means to go show you they spent $105 million on their program. We only spent 24, but we only made 30.
Right.
This is what dollars and cents mean, guys.
Right.
This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. And this is from the same company. So maybe it was written that same year. The other one didn't have a date on it. Listen to this. Yes, Texas makes a lot of money, but the Horns spend a lot too. The athletic department spent $178.7 million in expenses for things such as scholarships. Because remember, that goes into it too, guys. They have to pay for those scholarships. $11.8 million in scholarships. Head coaches' salaries and benefits, $20.5 million. Right? Head coaches, not the assistant coaches, only the head coaches of the sports. $20.5 million. The team travel, $7.5 million. This is talking about their entire athletic department. It takes a lot of money to run it. Bro, I did a high school program and I spent $50,000 a year on a high school team.
Great point, Coach. And shout out to Rick Scott, one of the viewers. He said Miami doesn't have an adequate booster club. I would want to know what percentage of Texas Booster Club contributes to that. And we talking about Texas, we talking about Ohio State, any other top program, even I'm talking about Minnesota's, I'm talking about the USC's, the Washington States. Look at their booster club. But Coach, you made an excellent point. Like you and myself, we die hard orange and green. We didn't go there. We got the love from growing up and being from there. We went to HBCUs. We couldn't afford the $70,000. So our love comes from being from the neighborhood, loving the history and watching them as we were younger.
Being from the crib.
From the crib. A lot of Miami's, like anything else, their fans, you laid it out excellently. They're transplants from up north, from the Midwest, and a lot of the students are as well. And so we get it. It's a trick bag for Miami. You know what I mean? It's difficult. Another person said, Mark Watkins said, Miami isn't broke. Miami is cheap. And I agree with that. We have some money, but I don't know who they waiting to spend the money on. You know, sometimes we've gotten lucky with some coaches. We paid them a little less and we got lucky. But in order to compete, we got to open up the purse a little bit more. That's just the bottom line, and we have to. And the alumni has to give back more, and the booster.
I'm sorry for cutting y'all off. J-Love, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let you off because it was already 12, man, and I got to go get my cane juice. I got to up my cup, but I'm gonna tell you this too, V12 as well. We talk. Everything works in ratio, right? Everybody who goes to the school is not necessarily. And I understand you could do the grassroots like old Bernie Sanders. Everybody give $5. I'm with it, but we talking about mega money. The enrollment at Texas is 40,000 people. We have 11. So the ratio of people out of those numbers making mega dollars, aka Stephen Ross from Michigan, how many of those kind of guys, right, are mega millionaires where they can, like, $10 million ain't nothing to buy out Manny Diaz and whatever. Like, that's chump change. That's like us spending $1 at the candy store to them. How many of those guys do we truly have that are invested in football as well? You understand? Just because you went to a school don't mean you're going to invest in the football program, right? You know what I mean? So that's all I'm just trying to say. So, J-Love, man, I appreciate you calling, man. Thank you so much. We about to get out. I'm going to take one more call. I got one call coming in.
Great conversation.
Pleasure, bro.
Great conversation. Peace, man. Awesome.
All right. So, V12, let's talk about that piece. I got my man Wood. He's from the hood, man. He's supposed to be calling in right now.
Okay.
Let me see. We're gonna get him calling in right now, and we'll get that thing loaded back up. So, Wood, if you check and give it a quick call, you'll see it pop up. I'm actually take the banner off. Go ahead, Wood. Go ahead, give it a quick call, man, and we get this thing rolling. I know you got something to say. That's my dog right there. But anyway, while we're talking about that, I would love to get it. I would love to get the best coach of the best coach. Like Trick Daddy say, I want to buy me a Benz, but I'm 50 grand short. I'm trying to get this cheese without the boys getting caught. So that's all I'm trying to. That's all I'm trying to say. Hey, I was just telling them I want to buy me a Benz, but I'm 50 grand short.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, so I want the best coach, but it ain't happening. Go for it. We'll talk to us, man. My man V12.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, brother?
Just want to chime in, man. Quiet as kept, man. All this talk, man. I work with all these people you're talking about at University of Miami. Quiet as kept. And the fact of the matter is, football is not a priority, man. I mean, the fans, I know we crazy about it, but football is the least thing on their mind. All right? So realistically, we never going to have them funds. We always did more with less. And that's what we need. We need some boys that really want to come and play, because at the end of the day, we ain't going to get these wish list coaches like Hayes been saying. That ain't never happening, bro. So the fan base need to go ahead and wake up and realize that ain't gonna happen. Till we get some gangsters in here that really want to play and want to put that you on their chest and weight on their heart, bro, it is what it is. I'm on my way to the game now, so I'm telling you, I'm still going because I'm from the crib. I'm gonna represent regardless. But at the end of the day, we don't want to really care like that, man. So I just want to chime in.
And Wood, let me ask you a question before you go.
Okay.
I've asked most people this, and nobody can really answer it. Maybe you can.
All right.
V12, same question to you. Balin Trujillo, big shout out to him. He just jumped on. We about to get off, but jumped on. How many people do you know went to the University of Miami undergrad as a student only, not playing ball? I'm talking about as an academic, as a student. How many people, born and raised in Day, how many do you know?
Bro, none. And I'm from Miami. And on top of that, I'm there presently, and I can tell you the student body, I could count about 20 people that actually from the Miami City area.
And that's my point. You from Miami, you can't count any. V12, you know anybody that besides the person that actually not on scholarship for athletics, I'm talking about went there as a student.
Yeah, I know two. And it was not grad. I'm talking about undergrad. I know two.
Mm-hmm.
And but I'm 40 some years old, so that's still a small number to answer your point. I only know 2. So yeah, I mean it's rare and far in between. I get your point, Coach. I only know 2. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I know none. I know 2 people went there for grad school.
Yeah.
And Coach, just real quick, just to be honest with you, I was at the game last week. I'm at halftime. All the students leaving. They get on the bus going back to the campus. So that's what I'm telling you. To your point, they're not supporting the team. They don't care if we win, lose, or draw.
It is what it is. So, Wood, thank you, man. We about to get out of here real quick, man. What's your prediction, Wood? Talk to me, fam.
Great insight.
My prediction is always a W, so we got to go get it. That's what we come for.
Yeah, but I need that number, though.
Oh, what, on a score?
Yeah.
I can't call it, bro. I can't call it. They're not on the door, man. I got to get out of here.
God, look at this, man. Hey, I love it, man. Appreciate you, dog.
Yeah, look out, boy, man. Be
All
safe,
day.
man. Peace.
Appreciate you, yeah. That Wood from the crib, man. Appreciate it, man. I'm cutting the phone lines off. Big shout out to Balin Trujillo in the building, quarterback extraordinaire. We about to get out of here, Balin. I know you just jumping on. Game start in 24 minutes. I don't know how much of the show you heard or didn't hear, but I'm gonna just say this part. What's your score prediction, man?
Well, I'll tell you what. I know 5 people personally that went to University of Miami, not on football scholarship. My uncle is one of them. He is a UM grad, so he went there just for academics. And then I train a couple kids that are related to Greg Olson, who went there just as students or whatever. But anyways, my score prediction.
Hold on, let me go back right quick. Let me go back. They're related to Greg Olson, who played in the NFL, has got good money.
Yeah, only because look, there's 2 sisters. They both went to University of Miami, and then one of them is now married to Greg. So they weren't related when they went there. That's just where they met. And then the other girl, it's a sister. So it's not like they're related. They're only related through marriage right now. But they both went there. Obviously, I know them through Greg Olson. So it's but that's the only reason. But anyways, score prediction today. Boy, what's even more sad is I really hope that we don't end up like a Florida State scenario where we're favored by 21 and then we lose to a 1AA school because of just the mora around Miami right now, and it's just really sad. There's a couple of guys that I follow closely that do podcasts for Miami, like you, and they're not even doing like pregame shows. They're not even doing like live streaming for the game. It's just that's how bad it's getting, and it's sad because when you're a fan, you got to be thinking through, man. And this is not the time to flight. It's time to fight, right? And it's not time to worry about who's in the transfer portal and coming up with comments like, oh, who's next, like. Why are we doing that? Why is there so much negativity around the program? If anything, we should be supporting and trying to encourage and not always just look at the negative, because that's so easy to do. That's just news in general. Everybody wants to know the negative of what's happening. Why don't we just look at the positives? At the end of the day, we lost to 2 very good football teams. Number 1 team in the country and a team that's supposedly on the rise that has an opportunity to do some big things in the Big Ten. Appalachian State, if you saw them the other night, they look phenomenal. They're efficient on offense, and we beat them. So it's hard to say Miami's in the tank. We're not losing to 1AA schools, guys. We're not Florida State right now. Excuse all the Florida State fans watching, but we aren't you guys. We're still Miami. I think we win today comfortably. It might not be what we expect, like 60 or 70, where like the old 80s would have done, and probably even scored 90. But I'm looking at the final prediction score to be like 42-7. I like 42-7. That's my prediction today. And we have De'Aaron King out for 4 weeks, so we'll see how these young quarterbacks do today. And I think we're all excited about that, so we'll see.
All right, listen. I took the hat off this thing. I don't know if you heard. V12 got a 38-10. You got 42-7. I say 56-3.
Woo! I hope so. That looks like Florida State score last year.
Hey, listen, man. Real quick, man. 50, and that's my point. 56-3. So here's my deal,
okay.
man.
That should be normal, though. Hey, that should be normal.
It should be normal. I'm gonna say this piece, and we're gonna get out of here. You're 100% right, and I said that at the very beginning of the show. I know you out there coaching. As a fan base, we can't turn off, because at the end of the day, we may not like the coaching staff, administration, but we still got to support these guys. Because here's the deal: let's say we get Mario Cristobal, right? Or whoever
which, by the way, you said was a fantasy in disguise, and that has been all over social media. He's coming,
it's
baby.
Fantasy.
He's coming.
It's a fantasy. He's not coming. He's not coming. But what I'm saying, let's say we even get Nick Saban. What I'm just trying to say is But hear what I'm saying. Let's say we get Nick Saban. But as a fan base, we've turned our back on the same players that he's going to now coach.
Oh. Yeah, you're deep. You're deep there.
That's all I'm trying to say is that if we don't like the administration, we don't like the coach, it's cool. But let's keep it positive with the players.
Roster. Yeah, I like that.
Bro, I'm not, like I said, I'm bigging up the guys. I want to see this. I'm not bad-mouthing anybody. There's some guys I think that's not doing as well as they could. But I'm never going to call a player trash. I'm not going to do that, especially on the air. Now, while he playing to drop the ball, man, you trash. But I'm talking about overall. And then that's why these players have an issue with the fan base. I'm not going. I shout out to Wood for going to the game. I'm not going to the game because they playing this. I'm not going to watch the game. Bro,
I went to the game.
You're not supporting. That's all I'm saying. I want to say that, man. Thank you guys so much. Man, let me give my love right here for the people who donated. I know I missed it on the last call. I had 2 donations. You talk for the $19.99. Let me give them their love, and then we got final thoughts, and we out. All right, real quick. Let's get this thing going, man. B12, final thoughts. Valen, final thoughts. I got final thoughts. My final thoughts is about 15,000 subscribers. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to, seeing the quarterbacks. Everyone's been calling for them. We had a conversation a couple weeks ago. Everybody wants Van Dyke, so we're gonna get Van Dyke, and we'll see how the offense look with the new quarterbacks. We'll see what Jalen's prediction is about Van Dyke if it's gonna come true today. I'm a Garcia guy, so hopefully they both get some action, and we'll see what we have in the future.
All right, real quick, Balin, it's a quarterback, I don't want to say controversy, but the 2 young guys may be getting some burn. So what's your quick thoughts on that? Got to be quick, and as well as your final thoughts.
Yeah. So, I'm really excited to see the young guys perform. I know Tyler Van Dyke's waiting for an opportunity. It seems like, everybody's high on Jake Garcia, which I am too as well. So I know, transfer portal thoughts might have be going through his mind. We don't know. This is an opportunity against a subpar team that we don't even know their name. Never heard of them until this week. So he has to perform. But honestly, my final thoughts here, and it's going to be that every week. And Hayes, I think you'll appreciate this because I'm a quarterback guy. I want to see an established run game. I want to see if we cannot run against Central Connecticut, we are in serious trouble going to AC play. So if we cannot establish a consistent and effective run game today against a team who we don't even know about, we are in serious trouble, and that's when we start becoming a little bit negative when it comes to the other side of the ball. But other than that, I love what you said, Hayes, about the roster. Whoever comes in, they still have the same players, whether might be a couple of transfers here and there, but at the end of the day, this is who we're rolling with. This is who's going to represent Miami, so we got to stick behind them and push forward, but we got to establish a run game today.
Definitely, man. I take all that to everything you guys said. I love to see it. I'm going with my 56-3. I don't want the boys to score a point. I want to see guys flying around to the ball properly. I'm going to be looking at not that we win the game, how we win the game. Are we making the corrections to fix the issues? Because, like I said, I don't know if this saves his job, not this game, but I'm talking about maybe the Virginia game. I think is going to either be the nail in the coffin.
Thursday night.
Yeah.
A quick turnaround will be the determining factor of where we're headed.
Yeah, I think it's going to either be the nail in his coffin or it's going to be able to get that lid or get that lid off just a little bit so he can get some more air out of that coffin. Either way. But anyway, like I said, I want to see how we definitely going to do our post game immediately after the game. So I'll be doing that, man, and we'll be making it happen. Other than that, guys, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all watch it. Some people say where they streaming the game. I don't know where it's being played. Go check it out. As always, it's Go Canes. Hey, Balin, take your hands off the wheel and throw that U up while you're doing 90 on the highway, baby. I'm just messing with you, man. Be safe. And we'll talk, man. Love y'all. Hey, I seen you at the game last night, too, man. A big shout out to Hurricane Logan, man. Hey, Logan, he said, let me eat on that line real quick. I got to get you in afterwards, dog. But post-game, you be the first caller, man. Call in, all right? So check us out. All right, so anyway, with that being said, look at that. My alarm just came on. It's telling me right now the game is on. Look at that. Yes, sir.
I'll make it happen. Look at it. I'll make it happen.
Right, that's what we do. Anyway, we out of here with Solo D. Big shout out. Excuse me. Thanks, Logan, for the $2. Big shout out to my sponsor, Alex Tabio, certified home loans, anything dealing with financing of homes, buying, renting, investment properties, whatever. Call them, check them out. Trust me, you'll be in good hands. As well as, let's get me, man, 15 stacks, man. 15 stacks. I'm almost there. I'm almost at 15 stacks, y'all. All right, so let's make it happen. And let me see how many subscribers I got now. I only got 7 subscribers the whole show, so I'm 23 short. Jesus, brethren. Anyway, we out. I love it. Appreciate it. Peace. Big shout out to Solo D on the outro, man. We about you. If I can find the doggone button. Let's get it.
Gang gang, 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 gang gang. You see him in orange and green? That's gang gang. You ready for Storm 18? That's gang gang. Gang gang, 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 gang gang. You see him in orange and green? That's gang gang. You ready for Storm 18? That's gang gang. That's gang gang. Rep since a juvenile, I be where they throwing up using crowds. You know how that school get down, not taking no L's, we ain't losing now. Don't get it confused right now, I represent making these music sounds. They play me when they study in their dorm room, request me an Uber now. I be screaming gang gang, across the world they be screaming out the same thing. We first to arrive and last to leave, we feeling a sense of capacity. You know I won't change while you asking me, be throwing this youth to the casket deep. Be all on the field like Sebastian B. Rockin' Canes where I'm a fashion freak. Look, I be staying live, I don't pipe down. Ass down life, it's a lifestyle. Ain't like them other schools, don't confuse us. We the only ones that really throw the U up. When Canes fam turned up, where you find me? Hit hard like I seen it go to Shanti. Shout to Rich and Manny D, they remind me that them Canes right back in they prime. Screaming out, Cane gang, Cane gang, Cane gang, Cane gang, Cane gang, Cane gang, Cane gang. You see him in orange and green? That's Cane gang. You ready for Storm 18? That's Cane gang. Gang gang, 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 gang gang. You see him in orange and green? That's gang gang. You ready for Storm 18? That's gang gang. That's gang gang. That's gang gang.
So low, so low, so low, deep. So low, so low, so low, deep.
CWA. Gang gang.